It's mind-boggling to me that U.S. Attorney John Durham did not release his report on the origins of the FBI's corrupt Trump-Russia probe before the election, so that we the people could see for ourselves the role that Joe Biden played in spying on Team Trump. Remember, it was the Obama-Biden administration who weaponized the Department of Justice and the FBI to target Trump and Trump associates in an effort to illegally destroy, first, a political candidate they didn't like, and then a duly elected sitting president of the United States. Let me repeat, it was the Obama-Biden administration. We know Joe Biden played a role in this egregious scheme. We know because Peter Strzok made notes after the January 5th, 2017 meeting in the Oval Office. Think about that date for a second. January 5th, 2017. That means Obama was still the president, Biden was still vice president, but Trump had been elected. It was just 2 weeks before Trump's inauguration. The FBI notes from the Oval Office meeting stated that Joe Biden had suggested using the Logan Act to target General Michael Flynn. That's a big deal. First of all, it proves that Joe Biden is a liar. When Joe Biden claimed he knew nothing about the Russia witch hunt, he was lying. We know Biden knew about the FBI's plot to entrap Michael Flynn. What else did Joe Biden know? How much more was Biden involved in? That we don't know because Durham didn't release his report before the election. But one thing is clear. It's all going to happen again, because there has been zero accountability for any of the corrupt criminal government figures involved. Comey, McCabe, Bruce Orr, Nellie Orr, Peter Strzok, Lisa Page, and that's just naming a few. Kevin Kleinsmith is the only DOJ lawyer who pled guilty to anything. And that was only after it was proved that he had altered an email to make Carter Page look guilty when the FBI knew Carter Page was not guilty. But this corruption is all going to come screaming back into the White House because Joe Biden is bringing back the same kind of swamp creatures who committed that malfeasance in the first place, or defended it, or perpetuated the lies on which it was based. Case in point, Biden says he'll appoint Neera Tanden as director of the Office of Management and Budget, a very powerful position in any administration. And Neera Tanden is as swampy as they come. Tanden conveniently deleted tweets of hers, calling Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell Moscow Mitch. Tanden perpetuated the fake news Trump-Russia collusion narrative, and she essentially said the debunked Steele dossier was true. And remember why the Democrats in the House impeached President Trump. They falsely accused him of corruption and quid pro quo with foreign nations. But let me introduce you to Alejandro Mayorkas, who is Biden's pick for the Secretary of the Department of Homeland Security. You want to talk swampy? You want to talk corrupt? Mayorkas faced 15 whistleblower complaints and was then found by Obama's Inspector General to be guilty of selling green cards to Chinese nationals on behalf of wealthy Democratic donors. Talk about selling our national security. This is the swamp. Joe Biden is the swamp. And these swamp creatures are all coming back to Pennsylvania Avenue because we the people didn't get to see for ourselves what role Joe Biden played in the plot to take Trump down because Durham never released his report.